Well, hello there, internet friends. It's Too Old for Gaming, and today I'm bringing you another exciting matchup here on Steel Division 2 10 vs 10. I am playing the requested Big Red 1 video. So I am going to be attempting to take control of the Forest Mountain and capture the field on the other side. In my initial assault wave here, we're bringing in lots of great infantry units. You guys also wanted to see the deck, so I'm going to pull that up now. So for today's match, this is what I've got. We've got some Jeep 50s here as recon because they've got radios for 10 points. We've got some M8 armored cars and some snipers. In terms of infantry, there's a lot of phase locking. They try to get you to, force you to bring in these assault teams in phase A. I understand why. Unfortunately for your infantry teams, they only have a bazooka with the assault leader, which is a bummer. Your assault busters have the rocket guns. And then, so phase B, I've got just a rifles team and the rifles leader, and then phase C is the light rifles. For our tanks, we've got some M4A1DDs, M5s, a leader deck, and then some M4A1s. You don't get any like 76 mil tanks in this deck. In terms of support, we've got the M7DD, which is a really great unit. The M4105, another good unit. Commander, and then in phase B, we're gonna get a M2 Browning machine gun. You aren't able to bring in any machine guns in phase A. I really wish we could bring in like medium or heavies in phase A, but due to the phase locking in this deck, you can't. In terms of anti-tank, we're starting off the M1 57 mil, some bazookas in phase B, another M1 group in phase B, and then some M5s and then M10s. The M5, definitely one of the best AT guns in the game. Anti-aircraft's a bit weak. We've got the M16 MGMC, and then phase B we get Bofors. For artillery, 81s. These are the M21 81 millimeter motor carriage is awesome. I want to say it's 60 rounds of high explosive with radios for 105 points. I definitely picked those up. The M2A1 howitzer with the 105. I brought those in with ammunition trucks for 125 points. And then we also have some 155 long toms for a counter battery. For our air deck, we've got P51s, these A20s, and that's it. So let's get started. As we head to the front lines here, in addition to the infantry units, we also have an M8 recon car, an M4A1DD, who moves very slow at 35 kilometers an hour. I brought in assault fire support teams and M1 57mm AT gun here to hold from a breakthrough going on. These guys have dual 30 cals, and I think they're really effective for a 6-man team. Especially when they're in close to, they can use those M1 carbines. So I've got a large group of infantry backed up by a M1 gun to take out any tanks moving into our position.
Yes, sir.
Assault fire support, assault breachers, assault teams, stonewallers, and assault leaders, all ready to take on the Germans. So let's take a quick look around the map here. We're up one right now, 13-11. We've got commandos moving in on our left flank, a Morris recon vehicle, artillery spotter shelling the enemy already with off-map. We've done a decent job. We're not quite in the town yet. There's a Panther here and a Pac 40. They're pushing forward, though, so they might cap that flag. On our right flank, we're just sort of holding position right now, not able to do much. And I will tell you guys, so far, haven't had the best of luck with Big Red 1. And, yeah, you guys can critique it in the match today, how I use it. I feel like the cards are okay. It's just difficult with the phase locking. One of my units getting fired on. He's made a breakthrough in the forest over here. Another fire support team taking on these grenadiers who are running crossed out in the open. Really did a great job cutting them down. I mean, these things are awesome. But a sauce troop, the MP-44 is coming in, making quick work of us out in the open here. And unfortunately, our fire support team is killed off. So we've got more assault breachers and another 57 coming in here. We'd like to clear out these woods. He's obviously got some stuff in there. So on our right and left flank, we are dealing with enemy infantry. We have a good skirmish line here. We've got our M8 spotting out here. Not really seeing anything yet, which is a little bit worrying when you don't encounter the enemy. Like, normally, I feel like you'd just be getting... There'd be a huge firefight in the center of the forest here.
Germans ahead.
Second off-map going down here from the Morris car. The 127mm rockets. I think that is my most hated unit in the entire game. Panther knocks out the M8. Just a sliver of view there. Moving the M4A1 back, but he gets a penetration on him. I can't see him, but he can see me now. Panzer II gets nailed by the M1. I decided to move out some of these Stonewallers. They're cheaper and not the most useful squads. Capture the flag here. And there's a lot of ground to cover from this forest. I mean, you gotta go 1,200 meters to make it into the town and to cover. Not the easiest thing to do, especially without smoke. So still have that Panther over there. Germans continuing to get nailed by off-map. That is endless here. We're starting to spot some enemy here. Looks like we've got a Panzer IV-H firing at our Stonewallers. We've spotted a PaK-36 out in the open. Looks like we destroyed a Pioneer team over here. I'm bringing up a Jeep 50 cal because he has radio. FW-190 F8 dropping bombs on our Stonewallers. Takes out a lot of guys but doesn't kill them off. And the other units getting hit by 290Rs. Another FW-190 coming in to try and finish him off here. Our anti-aircraft not able to take down the FW-190 F8. Our Stonewaller squad is killed. Pioneer Führer found inside our woods. Looks like there's at least one squad left. Another squad here gets knocked out of their vehicle trying to come to the front line. Whoever was playing this guy here, he needs to push into the forest. And same with this guy. They need to push forward here. Move this 17-pounder up. Cut stuff off. We've got a 250/8 recon vehicle. The howitzer manages to knock out our Stonewallers. We do respond by taking out one of his 251/1s with our M1 gun. Second one goes down. Panzer IV is still getting firing on us over on our left flank. The recon unit goes down. So we take out all of the half-trats back here. We're dealing with one more up here. But we do have some Sturmgrens who've got MG42s, some G43s, MG42s. Definitely not something you want to deal with. They don't do as much, the single teams don't do as much suppression as our fire support teams with the 230 kills, though. Because these guys do suppress at 40, which is amazing for a 6-man team. Now these 2-man MG42 teams suppress at 40 as well. So, but the single man, not as much.
Germans ahead. At your orders.
BAR's firing off at them as they're out in the open here, though.
Enemy spotted.
Take out another half-track with our M1. Second M1 gun. We've recaptured the flag here. Left this fire support team over here to cut him off. And he immediately spots another unit out here for a second. Really need all of these guys forward. So, to our right here, we have mortars in the front line. And we've been pushed back across the bridge. We've lost the village.
We're being overrun.
And the enemy is pushed us back to the flag here. And there's an unsupported M1 gun who's going to get absolutely destroyed right now. MG42 spotted out in the open, dropping some 81mm mortars on him. Stonewaller's getting spotted by the Panzer IV-H. He must have reconnaissance somewhere over here to see my guys. Stonewallers only have good stealth. The assault breachers have very good stealth.
Let's get the hell out of here.
And our M1 guns have very good stealth as well. Boston Bomber coming in to shell something. I don't know what he's dropping bombs on. Maybe it's that Panther that was there.
We have men down.
It's a big load. M1 gun taking dual mortar fire right now, along with MG42 light machine gun fire. And I don't think he's going to make it out alive. Trying to keep my 81 moving around so he doesn't get counter batteried. Right side, nothing really happening here. We're still holding the line, but we've got pushed off our flag. We found a pioneer team behind our lines. He should get suppressed fast by being behind enemy lines and not being a raider. See if that happens. Our very good stealth 57mm immediately taking fire from multiple directions. We surrender the pioneers. Our right flank is now getting assaulted by these Sturmgrens against the assault team. See who's going to win here. He's triple vetted too. Assault fire support cutting down these Panzergrens out in the open. And one of our assault teams, we managed to push these guys off. Getting shelled over here on our left flank. Panzergren's pinned down finally. Hopefully we can wipe out these triple vetted guys back here. In terms of the match though, not looking good. 15-9. Artillery starting to drop on our position. We managed to outrun it, though, and we take out the Sturmgren team. Unfortunately, these guys get pinned. No casualties, but he's going to lay down and try to avoid more mortars. More fire support coming in. Fire support only 20 points. And for 40 suppression, I think they're pretty solid if you pair them up with everybody else they want you to. So a lot of unit coordination. Ju-88 gets taken out by our MGMC. And we spot the Field Jaeger out in the open here with a sniper rifle. The fire support team able to wipe him out. We lose another assault team, though, to the Sturmgrens. 8 MP44s. Nothing to oh, this 250/8 cutting us off. We only have satchel charges, so unfortunately we had a team. We have a Buster team, but they have rocket guns, which I hate rocket guns. I wish you'd just give me bazookas, because the only thing in this deck right now with a bazooka is our assault leader until we can bring in some bazookas to the front line by themselves. Really feel like some of these assault teams, breacher teams, somebody, I mean, call him a buster. I get it, you're gonna blow up some pillboxes, but it'd be great if we could bust some tanks too. So, nothing happening over here. I don't understand why we have 81mm mortars at the front line. Now we're bringing in Churchills. Maybe they're new players. On the left flank, we completely broke them with artillery fire. And we've captured it all the way to the back of the map. It's a 14-10, though. We need to push over. We need some pressure on the enemy's right flank to get it off of us so we can advance. Because right now, 1, 2, 3, 3 players, 4 players. And then we've got probably a 5th player over here we're dealing with. The assault team is just taking on everyone right now. Unfortunately, not going to be strong enough to take on those 150mm high explosive shells. Sniper team here too, doing his best to keep these guys out of the forest here. Assault fire support running out of ammo in their 30 cals, but nearly fully suppressed. Snipers just taking machine gun fire. Non-stop return fire from the sniper team until they are killed off. M1 gun here in position to stop these trucks rushing forward. We take out an Opel Blitz, but we're getting fully suppressed here. Our M4DD gets taken out. Our assault fire support gets taken out. Our assault breacher is fully suppressed. Our assault team's moving in to back them up. We have to hold one here because this guy's not doing anything, and now we've got a load of shitterungs. I did bring in a 57 to deal with any vehicles here on our left flank, as our team is not really helping right now. They are getting into the back over here. We need them. It would be better if they came down this road, but I understand wanting to get behind the enemy line. And I noticed this earlier, the first mortar that came down on my 81 blew up, so unfortunate, no chance to move this thing around again. More assault teams coming as assault busters get nuked by a 150mm shell from a gorilla. We've got a 251/1. We're gonna try and bazooka him. Bazookas have exceptional stealth. And we're not close enough yet. But even with our exceptional stealth, we are spotted in the woods and killed off, but we do take out the 251/1. Now we're going to bring up a sniper team, see if we can deal with some infantry. Our assault teams are back in. And there is just a ton of stuff back here. Got up a little too far and paid for it with his life. Assault fire support doing their job again, firing these Landschützen. And a right flank just absolutely is completely collapsed. It is a 16-8. I do have 105 howitzers in here. I was trying to lay them right on all this stuff. In the woods, though, he's no match for the big red one. Unfortunately, as soon as we poke our heads over this hill, we are paying for it dearly. Jeep 50 getting in on the action. And Zulu King isn't AFK. He's actually here. Sir, I thought you were AFK the entire game because I didn't see you do anything on the right flank. Sniper firing away at the flak 38. Can he take him down, or will he be mowed to bits by an MG42? Ooh, snipes one of the gunners. Misses on the second shot and takes a bullet for it. Third shot's another miss. Under too much machine gun fire. Fourth shot misses again. And he needs to go back to sniper school as he is wiped out by a machine gun. Assault fire support. Really great unit doing their job. Taking these guys down. Stonewallers in to back them up with their BAR. Lots of disheartened infantry coming in here.
Get the hell out of here.
Right flank just totally vaporized. Bottled up back here. We did not have a defensive line set up, and we did not take the initiative to push across and get AT guns and machine guns set up.
We're being overrun.
And then over here, I don't know if all those players quit or not. We're at a 15-9, though. We're in the back lot. We've got that flag. We need to push over and sweep. All these guys are suppressed. There are a million German units out here about to capture a flag. Bring in more M4A1DDs and AG-20
Back home.
with the M8 rockets, incapable of destroying a single policeman squad. Probably gonna die for it too. Yeah, not impressed with the A20G. Not fast. Not enough explosives. I will say, though, that these M7DDs are awesome. I believe you start out with 60 rounds of high explosive shells, 250 cals, and a 2,000 meter range for 45 points. Fire speed's pretty quick, too. It's 6 rounds a minute. It looks faster than that. I mean, it looks faster. I don't know. Maybe 6 rounds is fast. Thought it was slow. Got pushed off the flag here by millions of infantrymen marching out across open fields against no machine guns or field guns. The assault team taking fire from the Flak Panzer Brennies. One of my favorite new units. 20 points for a flak unit on a support tab. Awesome. Even their AT gun carriers are awesome too. I just love cheap units. I'll post a video, guys, of a different game where I was using a ton of martyrs to ambush enemy. That was really, really fun. I'll record that one next. Guards marching out in the open against artillery fire here. We've got Tigers who have open range in the field over here. Lots and lots of heavy units. There's anti-aircraft here. Tons of infantry. Major push. And we're bottled up back here in a forest. Or we really ought to, again, we need to be where the flags are, but it's exciting to be back there. I get it. He can't bring in any reinforcements, but we're at a 14-10. We really need the flags. We captured this one. We've got an off map and a 17-pounder, a couple more infantrymen. We're holding the line here, so they're not going to make a breakthrough in the middle. Due to the, and we got 600 mil coming in. Our our 50 kills not able to shoot down basically a paper plane. I mean, Sturm Pioneers taking on the assault fire support.
Second platoon ready.
They're destroyed, but our Jeep 50 is responding on his recon unit. We've got him pinned down. Unfortunately, cannot get a shot on him. Assault Breachers taking on Sturm Pioneers. See who wins here. Is that flamethrower going to overcome the shock value of TNT? No, it's not. Another assault team over here taking on Sturm Pioneers. See if they fare as well as the Breachers. So we get them to surrender, but we get pinned. 600 goes down and nukes. It's like a nuclear bomb going off here. Nukes everything in this vicinity. So I'm having to call in my armor, which was probably going to get killed off over here anyways. I'm called to fill this gap so he doesn't rush through like I was worried about at the beginning of the game. I would always recommend setting up like an AT gun and a medium machine gun back here. right at the beginning in case somebody tries to rush through. It's at least what I do. Flak Panzer takes out the Boston. These guys are so awesome. He's gonna die though. And our assault fire support nearly killed by the falling wreckage of that aircraft. The M4 is coming in to rescue the infantry here. It takes out one of these vehicles, a Flak Panzer Brenny. Second one about to go down. No, he's retreating. We can't see him because of our crappy optics. Bring in more assault busters up here, and now Nebelwerfer fire takes out our assault team leader. That's kind of big. We do get a bunch of casualties in our assault team. That takes our star rating way down. On the right flank here, we've got a machine gun up, which is great. The rest of the stuff is out in the open. I'm trying to back them up with these M7 DDs. And now Skynet has activated and all the ICBMs have been launched. They take out one of our AA units. The second one nearly hit. An M1 gun is destroyed. All of our assault team is just pushed down here. As the rockets continue to rain down. Flak Panzer. We get them killed off, but we're taking fire from up here. I believe he's got a Flak 80 up right there. He's got a Flak 88 in that building. Takes out my M4. The Jeep can't see him though. 2 minutes to go, guys. 15-9. A million more trucks coming over here. Take out a Panzer II recon vehicle, bringing up more assault teams. The Valkyries out here. The DD's back here, firing away. Bringing in another A-20G, this time a bomber unit. Try and bomb all these infantry out in the open. I'm bringing in two. Unfortunately, he has moved his anti-aircraft so far forward, we are incapable of getting our bombs off, even back in our line. Enemy, quite a few enemy over here in 600s coming back in. Beaufort's not even able to take down that FI-156C. Boy, those are very resilient. Assault busters nuke a BMW with their rocket gun, but the rest of the guys get out. Will they get their WP off? Aiming, firing, they do. They get pinned though. And then the cherry on the cake, cherry on the ice cream is the 150 shell that comes in right after. Assault team coming back in. And this disheartened German infantry, incapable of dealing with our triple-vetted shock troops. Until the 600 goes off and nukes everyone in the vicinity. 54 seconds to go. M4 taking fire from the 290. And he is killed off. All attempts at advancing over to the back line have been crushed by the Germans, who are continuing to bring in Ju-88s. Assault Fire Support Team, not a good match for this Flammenwerfer inside the woods here. And there are two of them, and he dies. So, the majority of our units were killed off by artillery. It's a 15-9. We held the forest right up until the 600mm shells went off. And that is the end of the match. We have a minor defeat after 27 minutes and 28 seconds. Let's take a look at our team stats here. And, yeah, so we got crushed. So 1,100 to 2,100. In terms of kills, the M1 gun hero took out all those half-tracks. We actually took out a Ju-88 with our M16, even though we couldn't take out a biplane. Or a, a farming plane. Crop duster. Assault breacher took out a few. Assault team took out a few. DD M7s did really well, helping the team on the right flank. See, these for 45 points. I definitely grabbed these. I mean, they were like my best units, to be honest, and they were all working on the right flank. I think the assault teams and stuff, like, they did fine in the forest. The phase locking on this really makes it tough. I feel like to play well with it, I think you really need like an armored division with you to be able to really push on the enemy. In terms of what they were able to do, that 600 did a lot. The Flak Panzer Brenny, which I was surprised, he took out a few. These things are just great for 20 points. Another, I think this is an off map. It could be an on map. Took out my 105 and a counter battery. So, I mean, the list isn't huge here from them, but apparently points-wise, it was a lot more than what I killed off. In terms of experience, we killed 15% of their team, but we had 13% of the casualties. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Good luck using Big Red 1. Maybe here I'll have a victory sometime soon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.